possibility that England are going out?
Well, Slovenia, all they have to do is draw, and we've seen teams a lot in this World Cup being able to frustrate other teams just by getting men behind the ball, and it's going to be very, very difficult for England. But they don't deserve to be in any other position, Bill. It's inexplicable, really, how some of the players played tonight. Top-class players like Gerrard and Lampard, who's had a great last 2 or 3 months with Chelsea to finish the season off, scoring a lot of goals.
But you know what, I'd like the three of you to actually come up with an explanation. If England's players are worth 40 million or whatever you said at half-time or whatever against, say, Algeria, why can't they do it?
Well, I was just about to say, Bill, before
I rudely interrupted
you rudely interrupted me, I don't think they're handling the pressure of playing for their country. Simple as that.
Well, I've seen them live all 5 or 6 matches in the World Cup 2006, and it was pretty much the same story. They went to the last 8, got beat on penalties, but the performances were poor as well. And I'm not sure whether the FA has to look into it, maybe break play up for 2 weeks in the winter, because these players playing from June, July up to May when the season finished, then they've got a big tournament at the end of it. And I think you've got to look deeper into it, because it can't be that players who play the highest level every week, win Champions Leagues, win Premier Leagues, they all play for big clubs and play well every week, and they every 2 or 4 years they come to a tournament.
So are you rejecting Liam's point that, and you're saying it's more tiredness than pressure?
Well, they look tired today. Obviously, there's got to be a reason. They played against a team which is ranked well below them in the world rankings.
Against 8 in rankings.
And they were a better side tonight. And they passed the ball, and England didn't have any spark, any imagination, and they were well off the pace for 90 minutes.
Well, first of all, Bill, they might have overtrained during the preparation.
In Australia as well as here, yeah.
What was very worrying was Rooney, particularly tonight. He was an outstanding player, as we know. Actually seemed to give in, which I've never seen him do before. He was legless, but he seemed to pack it in.
He also, you said earlier on, had no confidence.
Well, he didn't. Well, the longer the game went on, he had no confidence. I think that all the England players were uptight. But I have a feeling, Bill, that the England players, they're outstanding players, most of them at club level. But I think because there were a lot of foreign players playing, or playing alongside the English players, I think a lot of those foreign players give the cleverness and the creativity that the English players lack. So when you get them together, like if you look at tonight, Barty's in the field, he's not a creative player, and he was okay. But Lampard and Gerrard are 2 of the outstanding players in the Premier League. You couldn't leave them out of the team. And they have to be accommodated in the England setup. They're not the same players, because they're not playing with the same...
So we're getting a false sense of how good the English players are.
Yeah, because you get outstanding players in the Premiership, Bill, like you can anywhere, of any nationality. But when they come to gel together, they don't have that element to gel together.
Let's put that to Liam and to Didi.
Well, I think there's an element to that. I think it showed tonight that even compared to the Algerian lads, they lacked a lot of the basic technical ability that the Algerians had. The Algerians, when they got to the last third of the field, made bad decisions with their passes. Otherwise, they kept the ball better, they controlled the ball better, they got out of tight situations better. So perhaps John's and something. But I do feel that in England they're under so much pressure, because everybody says they're going to do it this time. Everybody expects it this time. And I don't care what you say, I think those lads are put under unbelievable pressure, and I don't know how you resolve the pressure situation, how you can relieve it. But that, for me, that's what the problem is. They have no confidence. I said to you before the start, Bill, that it struck me that this team doesn't have much confidence about them.
You did say that,
I think that's right, Lee. But if you look at other players and other nationalities, whether it be the German lads, or they've had pressures, they've gone to World Cup and played well. You know, I don't think it's unique in England to have the pressures that they're under. But the likes of Lampard tonight, again, tentative. Now, there's nobody there to get control of the ball. But I think there's an element of that, Bill, that if we could go through the Chelsea team, go through the Manchester United team, and you might see different nationalities are key players into creative areas.